Hello, Johnsons. Mortal Kombat. That's the holding position you in before you fight. All right, you guys, how you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black Show. Glad you can make it. This is the show. What we do is we talk about news events. We talk about news stories, things you may have missed because you're out there in the real world trying to get things done. I, on the other hand, am here doing this. Gathering information so I can tell you what's going on in the world that you've been missing while you were doing whatever you do. And some people actually watch the show because they want to compare notes. Others watch it because, well, hell, they want some entertainment in their life. Whatever reason, something brought us together here today. I'd like to welcome my people, my Wolfpack people. The Wolfpack community is a group of people that are enjoy this content, and we have formed our own collective, the Wolfpack community. Remember, become a member of the Wolfpack Club, the Wolfpack, Tim Black's Wolfpack, by going to patreon.com, Tim's Take Live, starting at only $5. You get all the shows. We got a lot of shows. We do at least 20 shows a month. You get all of them. Many of them as long as 3 hours. It's a lot of content, Johnson. What else? Join the Tim Black VIP Text Club by texting Cornbread to code 21000. That's right. I need to plug that more. I don't. Let me make sure everybody can hear the show. I guess I should have did that before I started talking. Go ahead and go. Let's go to who we got. Oh, share this on Periscope or YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Yeah, the other one, Twitter. Twitter people, because I don't do a show on Twitter anymore. Twitter. I'm trying to bring Twitter into the fold over here. You know what? I guess I could. It's just I can't interact with the people on Twitter because Twitter doesn't have the same setup that we have on Facebook. So we're just going to go live now. Booyah. I guess I should say, join us now. Free stuff. Obama phones. That's what they kept saying. The only reason why they voted for Obama because they were going to get an Obama phone. What does that say about a country that people are so broke they vote for presidents based on a cheap-ass mobile phone, mobile device giveaway? Should have fixed that when you were in there, Republicans. All right, now let's go to Facebook. Make sure Facebook can hear. Hey, Facebook people, how y'all doing? Got some people out there. We got Alicia. We got Matt. We got Dale. We got Julie. We have Paula. We have Dolores in the house. We have Andy. We have Jackie. We have My man Rahul. We have Amity. We have Margarita Silver Potts in the house, in his house. Deborah Lynn Black Lives Matter Garcia. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, your parents, man, they knew what to do with the middle name, man. They are clairvoyant. They can see the future. I love it, man. Who's gonna win the NBA playoffs, the championship? Matt, what's up, Matt? Because Black Lives Matter is like a middle name. Annette, Robert, Anita, Jason. The Bruce is in the house from Brattleboro. What's up? What's up? How you doing? John Britt's here. What's up, John? How y'all doing? What's up, bro? What's up, Sherelle? Sherelle and Rose Wade and John and Jordan and Ginger Liberty bringing it in. Yes, thank you, Ginger Liberty, for all you do as well. I want to tip the hat to all the moderators. I know I don't do it enough, guys. I'm all over the place. A failure to mention is not a failure to appreciate, because I do appreciate you. And I want to thank you for helping out the show and doing what you can. So I appreciate you very much. And hope that will suffice, because I don't have raise money. We could send mugs, though. Hey, if you're a moderator for the Tim Black Show, email client care at timblacktv.com. I got to send you a mug, okay? That's it. I got to send you a mug. So email me and put your address where you want the mug sent, and we will send you Tim Black TV mugs. That's the least we could do. See, there you go. There goes a decision. Bam! Only if Congress works so efficiently. Yeah, only if they could get things done like we get it done here on the Tim Black Show. Woo! All right. Now, moving on to, YouTube. YouTube people, how y'all doing, YouTube peoples? We got Jilly Love, Sound of the Times, is in here doing her thing. Thank you for moderating Sound of the Times. Austin, Schultze, Brian, Kelly, Aurora, Rodney, Lumberjack-Offs, Anthony. We got a crew, Schultze, Sheldon, Bob Mama. Bob Mama, I love it, man. Conhuevos. Yes, Conhuevos, Gary Webb. John Schaff. Guyver, Nikki, Mary Warren with the wrench, putting in work. Canvas, I'm your canvas dancer, a dancer for progressives. Do what you... I don't know if that works. Roddy, what's up? What's up, Kathy? What's up, David, my brother? Laura's in the house. We're carrying signs now's in the house, my friends. Oh, she put it... Yeah, there you go. We're carrying signs, put it all in there. Emerson, Austin, hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Share this on your social media. Can we get this to, like, I don't know. It's late, right? I don't know how high to shoot, because I don't want to demoralize the crew. But I'm thinking if we push it, I know it's late, but it's a Thursday. We could do 500, right? Can we do 500 on YouTube? Let's make that be the goal tonight. 500 on YouTube. We did 600 over 600, I think, on YouTube last night. Well, the night before. All right, guys. So this is how this works. If you're new to the show, I talk about the news. I give you news, right? I'm gonna give you the news, things that happen in the news. I can't give you all the news. There's a lot of news out there, and we all know that we never get all the news, right? But I give you some things that are highlights that you should know about that I think are relevant. If you think like me. And the only way to find out if we, and things that you may not think about, if we are different, I'm going to give you some stuff that you be like, oh, okay, that's good. And that's dope, right? So let's do that. That's what we do. Tomorrow, just to let you know, because I might forget, tomorrow's Freedom Friday. So on Fridays and Tuesdays, we got a different format show. I do a brief monologue, sometimes not so brief, but then we go to phone lines for the remainder of the show, and people call in from all over the world. So if you want to call in show, we hear a lot of different people talk. Tuesdays and Fridays, but Thursdays and Mondays is just your brother Tim Black. And let's get into it now. Tim Black. Okay. Then let's start off with Trumpy. Okay, let's start off with the Trump. Now, when I first heard this talk of Donald Trump not wanting to leave office in 2020, pulling out random schemes in order to avoid said possible defeat at the hands of Joe Biden, I was like, well, I don't know, because the Democratic Party is not one, it's not against their modus operandi, their mode of operation to be like pulling stuff out of thin air and like using it. Yeah, Trump is dangerous. Trump would do anything. In fact, when I had Michael Moore here on the podcast, from his Rumble podcast, go check it out, Michael Moore's Rumble podcast. Least I could do, he came on this little YouTube channel, gave us some love. Michael Moore was talking about, hey, man, it's very likely that Donald Trump will try to pull a fast one. You can't trust him. And then, when I had Dr. Cornel West, who also has another great podcast, he said, hey, on my show, he said, Tim Black, Donald Trump is an existential threat to all things righteous and holy and democracy in general, and we need to defeat him. And though I would be trepidation to vote, I don't have, I understand the trepidation to vote for Joe Biden, but you have to understand, my brother, but Donald Trump is a special kind of villain. The man's a gangster. Oh, my brother, he's a gangster. Something like that. So, then Senator Nina Turner, S&T, was on the Katie Halper show last night. Katie invited us on. We were there, as was Aaron Mate, and Nina and I, we had a brief conversation, and she broke down how voting for Joe Biden was like eating a bowl of shit, but it would be better than voting for Trump. Oh! So the bottom line is this. It's true, Donald Trump will do anything and everything in order to defeat Joe Biden, and he's willing to play dirty if need be because he is Donald Trump. And to prove that, this is what he said today, and it was crazy. He said it himself. He ain't trying to go, Johnson.
Nobody else could have done.
The way of the election is probably a non-starter. I mean, wouldn't you agree with that?
I just feel I don't want to delay. I want to have the election. But I also don't want to have to wait for 3 months and then find out that the ballots are all missing and the election doesn't mean anything. That's what's going to happen, Steve. That's common sense. And everyone knows it. Smart people know it. Stupid people may not know it. And some people don't want to talk about it, but they know it.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Donald Trump calling people stupid. Actually, I got into a conversation with someone about this. And Donald Trump is not stupid. He's very crafty, but he's also ignorant as a mofo. All right, he's very ignorant. Now, here's the deal. People that voted for Donald Trump, there's Donald Trump voters, and then there are Donald Trump supporters. Voters, I give leeway because they had to choose between Trump and Hillary. And that was like choosing between Lucifer and the devil. And if you know, they're the same thing. So they were like, I don't know. Turns out in hindsight, Donald Trump is a catastrophe. But that's different. If you're a voter, that's just one thing you did one time. Like ecstasy or, acid. But if you're a Trump supporter, ew, you got problems. Donald Trump is a threat to humanity, and now he's a threat to our democracy in ways that we hadn't even imagined. The man is now making up scenarios where he doesn't even have to accept the outcome of an election if it's the outcome he does not like. Remember, this is the guy who had a fake steakhouse steaks, the Trump steaks that taste like rubber. This is the guy with the fake school where he said, I'm going to teach you everything about everything, and it's going to be so big. Oh, you're going to make so much money. You're going to think big. And then those people, when they went and took the course after selling out $5,000 a piece, he wasn't even leading the teaching. It was other people teaching. It was like, where's the guy that was selling me on this crap? So Donald Trump is a failed businessman who's been bankrupt several times. Over 10 times he's filed for bankruptcy. People still call him a brainiac. But what he has been good at is lying. So people don't trust him, and I don't trust him, and no one should trust him to leave office. But the good thing about this, and this is great news, is that Donald Trump does not have the authority to postpone an election. That can only be done by Congress. And I mean, considering who we got in Congress, I don't know. We got some lame mofos in Congress, man. They had the backbones of silly putty. Their spines are more bendable than rubber wood. These people cannot be trusted. They are elastics. Their moral fiber is not an original fiber. It's synthetic, made in a lab. I don't understand. These people cannot be trusted. But the only reason why the saving grace is that Congress would have to approve of postponing an election is the fact, also unconstitutional. Unconstitutional, so that's good too. So even members of the GOP are pushing back against Donald Trump's luscious lies, loquacious lies, and his rhetoric about this being a fractured situation where we can't trust mail-in ballots when we've been trusting mail-in ballots forever, Johnson. Now, Donald Trump said a lot in this press conference, and some of it was relevant. He said how currently we've had situations when in the primaries where votes weren't counted accurately, a number of absentee ballots went missing, and a lot of misplaced votes. A lot of people knocked off voting rolls. And the funny thing about it is Donald Trump only cares about it now because it will impact him or has the potential to impact him. These situations that Donald Trump is bringing up about our voter integrity, about voter election problems, these things have always existed. These are not new. There was no definitive information to suggest that there will be particular problems in mailing ballots. Okay? We use mail-in ballots and have been using mail-in ballots for a very long time. Do we have a lot in our election system that needs to be fixed? Hell yeah. We got a lot that needs to be fixed. It's horrible. Let's take these machines that are easily hackable machines. That's what the name should be. Instead of Diebold, it should be Hackall. That's what the name should be. So, yeah, and then we got these bastards like the Snipes woman in Florida who basically gave the election to Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Shout out to Tim Canova, the former Tim Canova who I knew who is now gone off the deep end, who was once upon a time a very optimistic young man with a shiny smile and now has become a very pissed off libertarian. Can't say I blame him too much. All right, so look, we have a lot of election problems. Trump's right. But if you think for a second that Donald Trump is bringing up election problems now to help you're an idiot. Nah, idiot's a harsh word. How about a moron? Yeah, Donald Trump is a very self-serving human being. And that's why he's bringing this up. And I don't think it's going to work, Johnson. Now, he wouldn't be doing this if he went down in the polls. Don't believe the rhetoric. Oh, we're doing well. Yeah, right. If you were doing well, you would be smashing the pedal in November. You might move it up a couple months if you could. Trump and anybody out there, like, I remember I was one of those people when he first got elected, I was like, I don't think Trump want to be president. Trump has wanted to be president for 30 years. Go back and run the tape. Trump talked about being president back under Reagan. He was chomping at the bit. He couldn't throw his hat in the ring. He threw his hat in the ring so fast he got hat rash. Okay? That's how quick he threw his hat in the ring. Shout out to K. Lovejoy. You know what I'm talking about. All right, so inside joke from Bad Santa. All right. Donald Trump wants to postpone the election. To me, that's a tell. That's telling me that Donald Trump's afraid he's going to lose. I want him to lose, but I'm also afraid that means Joe Biden doesn't have to do less than what he's doing now, which is shit. Yeah, like so this doesn't work well. Trump, stop being so obviously a stinking loser. Don't do it. The only way we could extract anything out of Joe Biden that's useful for the people is if there's a possibility he could lose. And with you talking about postponing an election, unprecedented, somebody fact check me if I'm wrong. I don't think an election's ever been postponed in the history of United States American elections on the presidential elections. I'm not talking about dog catcher. Presidential election. And so, for Find out, because I don't think it's a thing that this precedent will not be set by Donald Trump. It won't be allowed. It can't happen. So this is not good for progressives. It's not good for people who want change in this country, because it does not force Joe Biden to the table. He's already not at the table. He down the street. We at the table like, hey, can we get you to the table? He's like, I don't need to come to no table, man. Donald Trump's running scared. He says, listen, fat, you want to do some push-ups? You want to go in the back? Want to mix it up? Want me to show you what I got? Want to give you the 012 right there, Fred? He's ready to fight us all. It doesn't look good. But here's the deal. Voting this year's general election is not about getting anything out of Joe Biden. It's about avoiding what you might get with Trump. And that don't sound good. It's not what we like. I ain't voting for him. I live in Maryland. As I told Katie Halper last night, stiffen your back and do what you like. I won't vote shame anybody here. I don't like either candidate. I've been on the record 3, 4, 5 times. That's it. Trump wants to postpone the election. Who wants to postpone something they're winning? Come on, man. Come on, Johnson. Come on. Next story. All right, here's the thing. I'm a gracious soul. At least that's how I see myself. You know, I know me better than you know me. I'm gracious. I try to be diplomatic when I can be, but I'm scathingly, brutally honest when I can be. Representative John Lewis passed away this week, and he has been ceremony after ceremony eulogizing John Lewis as what he was originally, which was an activist, very brave, put his life on the line. Make no mistake about it, put his life on the line several times as a young man. I have avoided making criticisms of John Lewis because I don't know if you know me or not, but the track record holds true. I never criticize people who have passed. It's not time yet. I'm sure there's others already doing that for me. Today, Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, and many others, including George Bush, eulogized John Lewis. They both said things that I must bring up. I will criticize the hell out of them, though, because they're not dead. They're still with us. Let's start with Bill Clinton, shall we?
Second, nearly 20 years later, when he was 23, the youngest speaker and the last speaker at the March on Washington, when he gave a great speech urging people to take to the streets across the South to seize the chance to finally end racism. And he listened to people that he knew had the same goal, say, well, we have to be careful how we say this because we're trying to get converts. Not more adversaries. Just 3 years later, he lost the leadership of SNCC to Stokely Carmichael because he said, it was a pretty good job for a guy that young and come from Troy, Alabama. It must have been painful to lose, but he showed as a young man there are some things that you cannot do to hang on to a position because if you do them, you won't be who you are anymore. And I say there were 2 or 3 years there where the movement went a little bit too far towards Stokely, but in the end, John Lewis prevailed. We are here today because he had the kind of character he showed when he lost an election.
So Bubba thinks it's his place to tell black people what we should think of black people. I mean, that's basically what he's doing. He's trying to enlighten all that room full of, and largely the black Americans sitting at home and black Americans all across the country. And I guess he's talking to white people too. I mean, he is from Arkansas. He's telling you that the way that John Lewis decided to navigate Washington, D.C., the way that he decided to amend to the rhetoric of the times, amend his rhetoric to fit into what was acceptable rhetoric for the time for these people to allow him to speak. That's the way that he should go. And then he doubles the ante, sort of pitting Stokely Carmichael and John Lewis against one another. And hey, look, if I was a betting man and if I wagered, I would suggest that that's a bad bet. Stokely Carmichael was a radical. I'm not taking anything away from John Lewis by saying it, but much more to my taste and my liking, maybe the fact John Lewis lived longer than Stokely Carmichael had something to do with you saying he won, but what did he win? He won you? People like you, Bill Clinton, people that patronize and condescend to black people. You show affinity, affection to black people by playing an instrument with sunglasses on, but meanwhile you lock up, incarcerate, throw away the key, deplete them, knock them off welfare services that give people an opportunity to benefit, an opportunity to take care of their families, knowing that they have been impacted by racial discrimination, systemic oppression in this country. You, Bubba, who slid your greased up, bloated hips into an airplane seat to fly back to Arkansas and execute a man who was mentally incapacitated, some say with the mental acuity of a 3-year-old, didn't even know he was being put to death just so you could win an election, you scumbag. Then you talk about what not to abdicate in order to secure a position. Your whole legacy is built on abdication and doing what you need to do to secure a position. Damn the moral high ground. And Bill Clinton is the worst of us, and everything that comes out of his mouth for the last 20 years has been self-serving in order to bandage his own reputation, his own depleted legacy that's jacked up and has only been more exposed with his wife entering the realm of presidential politics. So now here we are. Here we are. The swine dive of effectiveness for Bubba right in front of you. Eulogizing John Lewis. With the audacity that he is the man to tell you what is radical, what is acceptable form of protest in America for black folks. I would never begin to tell any other group, Native American, indigenous folks, trans, gay, straight, LGBTQIA, any group, Jewish, Americans, I would never begin to tell them what's the proper way for them to demonstrate, for them to fight for the rights that they feel that they are entitled. Neither should Bill freaking Clinton. Well, hey, he did add some good parts of his speech. He did tell a remarkable story of John Lewis in a near-death experience where someone held a shovel or a strong, heavy lead pipe above his head, and John Lewis thought he was going to die that day, and he didn't. That was touching, but the rest of that was garbage. Now, if you thought that Bill Clinton's speech was bad, Obama's was good but bad in the same way. Here goes a little bit of Obama's speech.
Second, nearly 20 years later.
Even if we do all this, even if every bogus voter suppression law is struck off the books today, we've got to be honest with ourselves that too many of us choose not to exercise the franchise. Too many of our citizens believe their vote won't make a difference, or they buy into the cynicism that, by the way, is the central strategy of voter suppression, to make you discouraged, to stop believing in your own power. So we're also going to have to remember what John said. If you don't do everything you can do to change things, then they will remain the same. You only pass this way once. You have to give it all you have. As long as young people are protesting in the streets, hoping real change takes hold, I'm hopeful, but we can't casually abandon them at the ballot box. Not when few elections have been as urgent on so many levels as this one. We can't treat voting as an errand to run if we have some time. We have to treat it as the most important action we can take on behalf of democracy. Like John, we have to give it all we have.
Yeah, is that what you did, Obama? Former President Obama, sir? You gave it all you had? Or did you get all you could get for you? It's just a question, just one of those things I think. Obama went from very safe ground of talking about Voting Rights Act, talking about the need for America's voting rights to be restored, for that to fully for all Americans to have the opportunity to vote. He talked about inmates, those recently released. Very firm ground. Get that. Cool. And of course he got the soaring rhetoric, the euphemisms, all that good stuff working for him. But then he did the same old Obama, which was blame the people for the lack of performance of his party. I mean, it takes a hell of a person to be so set in their ways, so set in their corruptness of conscience, of moral ethics, to continually blame others for a failure of your own. Obama, have you ever taken responsibility for the fact you further led this party down a road of corruption? That you further exacerbated the problems of income inequality? Have you ever accepted any blame at all? I mean, he's always the one. I mean, his whole presidency had to sit through Obama pointing his finger, wagging his finger at black folks, telling them to put up their pants and to work together more, and everything that he ever did. Even when he said positive things about, like, Colin Kaepernick on the one hand, on the other hand he'd say, but you got to respect the vets. Always playing both sides, triangulation. That's why he got along so well with Bill Clinton at the end of the day. What Obama fails to recognize, and I know he knows it, what he fails to exemplify, explain, articulate in his soaring speeches is the fact that people don't come out to vote because people are not inspired by corrupt politicians, money-grubbing corporate Democrats. That's why they're not coming out to vote. You're not even talking to them. With your latest DNC platform, go work on that shit. That's a horrific platform. In the pandemic, you, former president of the United States, on the biggest stage, the biggest bully pulpit, the second largest bully pulpit, next to Donald Trump. And it don't matter because Democrats ain't listening to him anyway, other than to ridicule him. Obama takes an opportunity where he could talk about Medicare for all. He could talk about COVID-19, Medicare for all, and the importance to go for universal health care. And what does he do instead? He makes a sales pitch about how people need to get out to vote, how we need to get off our asses and go vote for candidates we can't stand in order to help his party grow. Obama has been and always will be a company guy. Now, that's okay if you in the company, but unfortunately for most of us, we ain't in the company, man. It's a big club, but we ain't in it. Obama is A smooth operator. We don't need smooth operators. Give me someone jacked up but fighting for the people. Give me someone with less vocal variety ability, less writers to give him quips to say and delivery and folksiness and give me somebody with ethics, with a backbone who will stand up for it. I'll take that over Obama 7 days a week, twice on Sundays, and a leap year. Biatch. And look, I'm not somebody who tries to make a career off of bashing Obama. There are people like that out there. I saw one. Goodness gracious. Turn that volume down, dude. Obama, like Trump, are part of the problem and a problem. They're not the only problem. When I say that Trump is not just a symptom, he's a problem, that's true. Funny how you don't just do that with Obama. With Obama, it's like, Obama's everything wrong with the country. Well, so is Trump. He's everything wrong with the country, too. They're both everything wrong. They're both part of the same system. As Dr. Cornel West would say, they are two wings of the same rotten, diseased, gon' kill your bird. I saw someone who I know on Twitter, good friend on Twitter, say, wow, say what you want to say about Obama. He's a great speaker. What a speech. Yeah, and that's what made him so dangerous, doofus. What makes Trump so dangerous is he's a fucking racist. What makes Obama so dangerous is that you forget he's completing the same agenda that Trump is trying to complete. There's no doubt in my mind, Biden will do the same. Gosh, that got dark. Oh, God. It is what it is, but maybe Biden will get us there a little slower. Or we going to die, but maybe maybe we get a chance to smell some flowers on the way. Sorry, guys. I don't have anything positive to say about it. Great speech means nothing. And it's condescending as usual. Subscribe to this channel. Become a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack. I mean, if you listen that long, got to be worth it, right? All right. Oh, if you are already a subscriber to the Tim Black Show, then you know I did a video about Herman Cain. Oh, man, I just want to say for the record, hey, I'm consistent. I didn't bash Herman Cain. I saw no reason to, nor did I see a reason to play devil's advocate and be on both sides. Look, if I'm going to bash a guy, I just go in and tattoo him up. I don't get what I don't. The point is, Herman Cain died of coronavirus, and look, and people get into semantics of when he caught the disease. They, political points. I guess you want to say he caught it at the Tulsa rally. Maybe he did. There's no proof he did. Okay, but if that makes you feel good, get retweets. Fine. The bottom line is that he did die of coronavirus, and if you can accept that much, I don't know what's worse. Did he caught it there, or if he may have brought it with him? Yeah, like maybe he had it before he showed up. And don't tell me he was tested before he went to the rally. All those people in there weren't tested. He never had access to Donald Trump, so he was not tested because he was not around Trump. And even if he was tested around Trump, he could have been asymptomatic. So what they do is they limit the association of people who could be around Trump, who are not often in the White House to be tested on a more regular basis. Some guy who just flies up from wherever he's from and and comes through once in a while. You need to test somebody consistently to feel strongly that they are not asymptomatic and that the test won't give you a false negative. I say all that to say Herman Cain, may he rest in peace, but Jesus, what's going on with these Republicans about the coronavirus? I mean, hey man, everyone's in denial. They're all denying obvious that there are people dying from it. You can admit it, it's happening. Hell, there's been, 8 people in the Trump administration who have fallen ill with coronavirus? Donald Trump has people signing waivers to go to his events. Everyone in that stadium signed a waiver. So for a disease or a virus that you say is not a big deal, that the summer will knock it out, why people got to sign a waiver? Oh, that's right, because money. Money. You know, no winner of the Darwin Award. Ron DeSantis over in Florida, this guy, man, I got to tell you guys, it takes a special guy to get this type of mementos created for you. This is amazing. I saw this picture of a billboard of Ron DeSantis. Ron Death Santis killing Florida with his stupidity. This is as Florida's COVID-19 cases top 460,000 in Thursday's report, with 253 new deaths, set another single-day record. Here goes the spiky spike. That's not going well. That's the opposite of the way you want things to go. There we go. That's right. 460,000 in Thursday's report. So here's the deal, guys. This is what we have to look forward to here with DeSantis. See, by now we can all say it's a GOP talking point to deny the virality of this virus. I mean, it's a virus. Of course it's viral. Of course it can go viral. Going viral is good if you got a great video out, but going viral is not so good if it means you may die in incubation in a hospital bed, or maybe not in a hospital. Now, DeSantis says the number's only going up because of tests. Experts say it's because of tests and because it keeps reopening everything. The Florida Department of Health says the number of known cases of COVID-19 in the state rose by 9,956 since Wednesday morning as the virus spreads and as more people are tested across the state. The number of Florida resident deaths has reached 6,586, an increase of 253 as stated in the article. Of the 461,379 cases, 456,105 are Florida residents, while some 5,300 or so are non-Florida residents who just happen to be in Florida. Today's new case number represents the 58th straight day with new cases near or over 1,000. 58 days of over 1,000 people. New case. As the number of new cases has trended up over the last few weeks, the number of deaths has also reflected the same upward trend. Not just people testing positive, Ronnie, but people dying, Ron. Hence the billboard. As I stated, DeSantis believes that the cases are increased largely due to testing of high-risk individuals, like farm workers. In states, rural counties, prisoners, and residents of long-term care facilities, though he has more recently noted the erosion in social distancing, especially among younger demographics and social settings, which prompted him to order all bars to cease serving alcohol. Experts say it's not just the fact that you're testing more people. It's because, well, more people are being infected because you lax rules, regulations. He just stated that one of the problems is they're testing people in nursing homes. And what does he want to do now? Reopen all the nursing homes. Your boy right there. That's your guy. That's your guy. Stupid. Jen Perlman is running against Debbie Wasserman Schultz, 23rd District, if I'm not mistaken. Go support her, please. Jen Florida 23, I think that's her handle on Twitter. Florida needs help. All right. I started a new segment, which is very difficult to do because it's a segment that's of positivity. Others talking about doing the positive shows, segments in their shows. I actually get it done, Johnson, with my meager staff. It's called Good News. No, it's not. It's called Good Stuff. It's good news, but it's good stuff. That's the segment. In today's edition of Good Stuff, this is what we got. We got this man right here. His name is Harold Fisher. Harold Fisher is a Sacramento fisherman who saved 4 children this week after their mother was shot while driving, sending their car careening into the Sacramento River. Harold Fisher told his story to the NBC station KCRA3, explaining that he was working on his boat on the river around 9:30 p.m. Monday night when he and another fisherman noticed a tail lights nearby. We hopped in the boat and we went over and I started hearing screaming, Fisher said. We went right up to the door and we opened up the passenger door and I saw a little face. And I about just melted. It was intense, Fisher said, and then I saw 2 little hands poke up. Out, like, help me. Fisher said that he immediately started helping the children out of the submerged car and into the boat. I was like, oh my gosh, these are 4 kids in that car. Adding that the oldest child told him his mother had been shot. This little 6-year-old kid says to me, you don't come back from a shot like that. 6-year-old child tells Fisher, you don't come back from a shot like that. Mama's dead. The woman who was driving the car was pronounced dead on the scene. The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office said in a press release Tuesday, a gunshot wound on her upper body. An adult male was also saved from the vehicle and has been arrested as a suspect in the case. The motive for the shooting is unknown. Detectives believe the male shot the female while she was driving the car, causing her to veer the vehicle off into the river. Mandico Quadzo, 27, was arrested by homicide detectives charged with murder and booked into the Sacramento County main jail. It's unclear if he has legal representation, and I could care less if he does. Why did I just read that? I don't know. Quadzo and the driver were in a domestic partnership and shared some of the children who were in the car, the sheriff's office said. The woman's identity has not been revealed, but what we do know that the children, there were 4 children, ages 2 to 6, and Mr. Harold Fisher, this guy right here, the fast actions of Harold Fisher saved their lives. Now, I know it's a little difficult to take. Harold Fisher was unable to save the life of the mother who was killed or murdered by her partner. But the only way to do that, Harold Fisher would have to jump in the time machine and go back in time and get her away from that barbaric, abusive murderer. But he did the next best thing. He saved 4 children. And it looks like he may have saved the killer as well. And on balance, that's some good stuff. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be here tomorrow, 10:30-ish for the Freedom Friday show. Hope that you tune in and call up and speak your truth to power. Maybe somebody else will have a good news story. I only got one this week. It was hard finding that one. And even that was kind of tough, This bastard, man. Can you just leave? Just leave. Just go. Just go away. That's it. You can just go. Now you're going away forever, and now she's gone forever. Now the kids will be, the children witness their mother be murdered. All right, I'm Real Tim Black on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Tim Black at Night on Instagram. Find me there, follow me. Let's talk, let's chop it up. Let's get to it, Johnson. All right, let's go to comment section, see what we got. And maybe we got some comments and some super chat stuff, people trying to help the show. I appreciate you guys. I really do. Oh, we're at 463 now. I don't know if we made it. Did we make it? I don't know. Maybe we did. I'm going to assume we made it because we like that. We the Wolfpack. Progressive Geek. Thank you, Progressive Geek, for donating to the show. Red Forest. Invictus by Ernest Henley gets me every time. We carrying signs now. Thank you. We carrying signs. Sheldon Hughes. Spot on as usual, Tim. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. Turbog's in the house. Turbog 100's back. Thank you, my friend. Davey Salt. True to their capitalistic nature, they turn a eulogy into a campaign ad. Vote for Joe and drink your Ovaltine. Xavier Foster, thank you for contributing to the show. That's all we got, guys. That's enough. We did it. We got through another week. Thank you for everybody who's been a part of the show this week. Don't forget to be here tomorrow. Don't forget to go to my YouTube. Watch my video about Herman Cain. I think I do a serviceable job. Please let me know. Also, support me on Facebook, where I'm getting bombarded by conservative trolls who can't stand a different opinion. I thought it was freedom of speech. I thought it was the left with the cancel culture. Wow, there's a lot of cancel culture on the right, too. And don't tell me it's not, because I know, because I see them canceling me every day that I don't kiss Trump's ass. But you know what? Sometimes being canceled is not the worst thing in the world. Sometimes it's a badge of honor. All right, Johnson. I'll see you on the next one. Anything else? Anything else, Rahul? How we do, Rahul, on Facebook? We did okay? Have a blessed weekend, Jennifer, Tilly, and Rebecca Lane. Good to see you, Rebecca. Lucius, LOLs. And I love you back, Rebecca Lane. Much love to you. Candace Wright and Steve Wolfbrand, the whole crew. Uli, thank you. Thank you, Kyle. Peace. Booyah. The Tim Black Show is streamed live in front of a live studio, not a studio, but a live internet live audience. The best next thing, become a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack at patreon.com. Tim says live. Do it today, Johnson. Wolfpack.